Good morning. We're getting ready to go into godly play, and we're right outside the door, and we're going to go inside. I think we're all ready. Oh, and there's Talitha.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Godly Play.
Thank you.
The first thing we need to do is change the calendar.
Oh, can I change it?
Yes, please. Thank you. Well, it's the fourth Sunday in Lent, and we're going to have our Godly Play story. Watch me so you see where I go, so you'll know where to find this story. It's the time of the color purple. A serious color, a time for a very serious thing, getting ready to enter the mystery of Easter. In the beginning, the baby was born. God chose Mary to be the mother of God, and the Word was born, a wordless child. When the baby Jesus looked up into the eyes of the Mother Mary, the cross was already there. And in the eyes of the Father Joseph, the cross was there too. The mother and father held the baby close. They kept the baby warm, gave the baby everything he needed to grow. And baby Jesus grew. He grew until he was a boy, about 12. And everybody from his village, the children, the mothers, the fathers, everybody went to Jerusalem to celebrate a festival. And after they were there, they went to go home. And they were walking along together. And Mary and Joseph realized that Jesus was not with them. They asked the other people, they looked around, and then they hurried back to Jerusalem. They looked for him in the wide stone gates of the city. They looked for him in the dark and narrow streets. They looked for him everywhere. And finally they found him in the temple of God. He was talking to the teachers. And when he spoke, they listened. And when they spoke, he listened too. He knew so much already, but he also wanted to learn more. And his parents found him, and they asked him the question that parents are always asking children, why did you do this? Jesus said, didn't you know I would be in my Father's house? No, they didn't know. Their home was in Nazareth. What was he talking about? Well, they didn't understand, but they didn't forget. And later, they would remember. Jesus grew and became a man. And he went to the river Jordan, where his cousin John, who was a wild man, you can just see the corner of his hair here, John was baptizing people. Jesus went to John and said, "Baptize me." It was as if John was seeing him for the first time. He said, No, you should baptize me. This is the way it is meant to be, Jesus said. Baptize me. So John took him down into the darkness and chaos of the water. And then, as he lifted him up out of the water, everybody said that they could see something like a dove beloved. And then Jesus went across the river into the desert to find out more about who he was and what his work was. Jesus was there in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. Now in the desert there isn't much food. And at the end of this time, he was thirsty, he was hungry, he was starving. It was as if a voice said to him, "If you're the Son of God, command these stones to become bread." And Jesus said, "No. To be really human, we need more than just food to eat." Then it was as if he were on a tall top of a mountain, top of a building, and the voice was saying to him, "If you're the Son of God, throw yourself down off the ledge here, and the angels will catch you." And Jesus said, "No. We don't need to put God to the test." And then it was as if he could see all the kingdoms of the world laid out before him, and the voice said, "You can be king over all of these if you will follow me." And Jesus said, "No. I am to be a king, but not that kind of king." He came back from the desert and started doing his work. Now I wonder if there's anything that you can bring to help tell this story today. Maybe something in the room where you are right now or nearby, or maybe something that you could draw that could help us to tell the story of when Jesus was born, when he was a child, when he was baptized, and when he went out into the desert to learn about his work. Is there something you can find to help tell this story? You can pause the video right now while you go and look for it. And when you've come back, have you come back now? We want to say thank you for joining us here today. It's a good time to say a prayer together with the people who are watching this with you, or a prayer by yourself. And we'll see you next week.